All right, we are live on YouTube and also simulcasting live on Facebook. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join me here on this amazing Saturday afternoon or early evening if you're on the East Coast. And if you're in a different country, good day to you, or good evening to you, or good night to you, depending on what time it is in your neck of the woods. I'm back. I've taken a few days off. I'll explain more about that in just a little bit. But before we get to all of that, let me make sure, first of all, that the notification on YouTube has gone out. And it absolutely has. And let me also make sure that Facebook is rolling smoothly, because Facebook has changed their ways. They're doing scheduled live streams. Yeah, it looks like it went through perfectly, but let me just make sure on my phone that it's working. You have to do an actual test. Let's see. And I'm at the top of the news feed. Let me just make sure on my phone that it's working. You have to do an actual test. It's working beautifully. All right. All right. I think I've got this thing down. Oh, man. I put in so much time and effort, folks, into getting things situated for my YouTube channel, the Coach Eli, Elias Melas YouTube channel, and my Facebook simulcasts of my YouTube streams. That it's really nice when it all just flows and works properly. The back end of YouTube is rolling smoothly, so let me just take care of a few other pieces of business, and then we're going to get right to it. This channel on YouTube and even the Facebook simulcast and anywhere else that my content appears is being sponsored by my good longtime friend, Troy Brewer. He is the CEO, founder, and owner of the Discover Community Network. Troy is a master at branding and marketing. So if you need help with your branding and marketing, whether you're a YouTuber or you're running a self-employed business outside of YouTube, or if you're running a brick and mortar, Troy is incredible when it comes to branding and marketing. He also offers some of the best products and services for business owners and consumers from the most trusted people in their industries. So if you'd like more information about Troy and the Discover Community Network on the YouTube side of things, please go below the description about a third of the way down and click the top link, discovercommunitynetwork.com. If you're on Facebook, go to the Facebook search bar and type Discover Community Network. You're going to be redirected to the main Facebook business page for the Discover Community Network. And from there, you can figure out how to connect with Troy. It's quite simple. Or if you'd like a little more hand-holding and you'd like for me to personally introduce you to Troy, I'd be happy to do that through email. Within the Facebook description and the YouTube description section, my email is there. You can email me at coach.eli@coach.eliasmelas.com, and I'd be happy to do an email intro between myself and Troy and you. And if you'd like a free consultation with Troy, he'd be happy to do that for you. And he would be happy if you wanted me to join you on that conference call. Make it a three-way conference call. Whatever makes you feel comfortable, folks, just let us know, and we'd be happy to help you grow your business and better your life in any way possible. Troy and the Discover Community Network, thank you once again for your continued sponsorship and patronage of my business, my YouTube channel, Facebook, and anywhere else that I promote my stuff. We love you and greatly appreciate you. Lots of love from the Coach Eli clan and Coach Eli himself. All right. Looks like the cavalry has stepped on in on the YouTube side of things. I'll get to the chat here in just a second. One more thing, folks. This channel, while it is being sponsored, it is not my only source of income necessary to, run this business. There are a lot of expenses, especially a lot of the purchases I made recently to better this channel. So if you find it in your heart that you're getting value from the information I share here, and you'd like to make a one-time donation or ongoing donation, you can do it in one of many ways. If you're on the YouTube side of things, you can go to the bottom of the chat where you see that dollar sign. You can send a super chat or super sticker in any amount. You can also donate via PayPal or via Cash App if you prefer. Nightbot is sharing the links to my PayPal and Cash App, every 7 minutes or so in the YouTube chat, or those links are also below in the description section. On Facebook, my links to my Cash App and my PayPal are in the description section as well. Another thing you could do on the YouTube side of things, and I promise you the new members only content is coming soon. I do have 21 pieces of members only content on this channel. But if you'd like to support this channel on an ongoing basis and you're on the YouTube side of things, you can purchase the channel membership. And every single one of my 5 membership packages will get you the exact same thing. It just depends on how much you want to sponsor and support the channel. My channel memberships are a 100% sponsorship / donation, monthly, ongoing, recurring charge to your credit card. And there will be more content coming, and members only live streams. But the primary purpose is to support the channel. There are 5 packages, $4.99, $9.99. What else is there? There's $24.99, $49.99, and if you want to become a super fan sponsor of this channel, that's $99.99 monthly. So those are your options there, folks. Donations are greatly appreciated, but they are not required. Again, I've been putting in a lot of time and effort, and I've been reinvesting back into this business. So if you find it in your heart to, share the love a little bit, or, give a little, I would greatly appreciate that. If not, stick around, enjoy the show, and hopefully you get some value here today. All right. So, first of all, let me get to the chat here, and then I'll share with you folks, what's been going on the past couple of days. I was going to do this show a few days ago. I scheduled the show. I kept rescheduling the time, and I got caught up doing other things. Life happens, right? And I'll share more about that in a little bit, but let me welcome some people here in the chat on the YouTube side of things, as there's nobody on Facebook right now. Lewis Fuller's here. Good afternoon, Eli. I just gave you a like. Thank you, Lewis, and good afternoon to you as well. I've been getting your messages, Lewis, and I know you, your sister, and I need to connect at some point and have that phone call. I hope we can get to it sometime this week. It's just been crazy, man. I'll share more about that in just a second here. But thank you for being here, brother. Adelaide's Advice Addict. Speaking of Lewis Fuller's sister, Adelaide is here. Welcome to the show, Adelaide. We will definitely be in touch very soon. I'm sorry that we have not been able to connect yet for that phone call, but it will happen. Again, I'll explain more in just a few here. Lewis Fuller says, okay. Queen Helen Casey's in the house. The Queen is here. Welcome to the show, Queen. How's it going today? BWYA Gaming's in the house, channel member and moderator. Thank you so much, BWYA Gaming, for being an ongoing channel member. I greatly appreciate that. She says, hello, Eli and everyone. I am driving, but will be listening. All right, great. Is your husband in the car with you? And hopefully your husband is doing better. My thoughts and prayers are with you and your family. I know your husband had an injury and then a re-injury. And yeah, I get it. Your husband's around the same age I am. And no matter how well you take care of yourselves, once you start getting into your 40s, let me tell you, things change. You may think you're still Superman, but you're not. Things happen, right? But thank you so much for being here, BWYA Gaming, and my best wishes to your husband for a speedy recovery, and my best wishes to you and the rest of your family as well. Queen Helen Casey says, you're good. Thank you, Queen. Queen says, hello, Lewis. BWYA Gaming says, hi, Queen, Adelaide, and Lewis. Queen says, hello, Adelaide. BWYA Gaming says, anyway, driving home at the moment. Talk to everyone later. Sounds great, BWYA Gaming. We look forward to seeing you. I'll probably be on here for about an hour and a half to 2 hours a day, taking one break in between. And hopefully the YouTube live streaming server is not going to be overloaded, and we're going to end up running this stream flawlessly on both YouTube and on Facebook as well. All right. Let's see here. Adelaide's Advice Addict says, hi, how is everyone doing today? We're doing quite well, Adelaide. How about yourself? Don't give up on your YouTube channel. We're going to talk this week, and I'm going to share with you how we're going to turn it around and get you back over 1,000 subs and get you to 4,000 plus watch hours so you can get monetized. Don't give up ever, Adelaide, okay? Mark my words, don't give up. I have not been avoiding you or anyone else. I'll share more about that when I get through the chat. I've just had a lot going on to situate my own stuff, right? Because before I can help take care of people like you and help you folks with your stuff, I got to take care of my own stuff first, right? Fair statement, right? But thank you so much for being here, and I'm doing quite well, Adelaide. Oh, by the way, I had my second COVID shot, Pfizer COVID shot. I'll share more about that in a little bit. Had that a couple days ago on Thursday. It's been interesting. I'll tell you that. I'll share with you what happened. Obviously, I'm here. I'm still alive. So, I'm good, right? But anyway, I'll share more in a second. Information Man Show. Welcome to the show, brother. Peace and respect. Well, peace and respect to you, my local, Northern California, Sacramento area brother. How's it going today, man? Thank you so much for being here. Queen Helen K says, hello, Information Man. Beastmaster. Hello, Beastmaster. Welcome to the show, bro. How's it going, man? Peace. I already said that. That was what Information Man Show said. Hello, my queen. Hey, Coach. Hope all is good. Yeah, all is well, bro. All is well. Thank you so much. Queen says, hello, Beastmaster. Queen says, everybody is over for the Trump rally. Well, okay. Yeah, I'll leave that one alone. I'm not here to really talk about politics today. I mean, you never know when, anyway, I'm just going to leave that alone. But yeah, it's all good. Thank you for being here, Queen. Information Man Show says, thank you. Well, you're quite welcome, brother. You're quite welcome. All right. Nothing happening on Facebook still. We'll periodically check on over on the Facebook side of things as the show goes on. Now, I did do a little tweaking with the color settings on my new camera. I did it through software, through OBS, to kind of make my face appear more as it naturally looks. So I don't know if you can tell the difference, but how is the audio and video quality, folks? Let me know in the chat. Let me know if things are looking very clear, the color looks decent, and the audio quality is decent as well. Somebody brand new here. Frozen Art, hello. Welcome to the show, Frozen Art. How'd you hear about the show? Frozen Art. 2.36K subscribers. And how'd you find out about the channel? You must have been sent over here by Lewis Fuller, huh? Frozen Art is a legitimate channel, Queen. Hi, y'all. I'm on Facebook, Hangouts, Discord, Google, Duo, and Messenger. If you want to add me there. Anyways, guys, that's all for my channel. Not really going to focus my life here. I'm focusing my life in my life, not here in this world of hate. Oh my gosh, I agree with you. I already like this person. You are female, right, ma'am? So you're saying I'm focusing my life in my life, not here in this world of hate, life with no opportunities here. The opportunities, etc., are out in the world. You choose YouTube versus Earth. Well, Frozen Art, I understand where you're coming from to a certain extent. YouTube is a phenomenal opportunity as long as you don't let YouTube suck you in, or you don't let the drama suck you in. And I'm going to be talking about that here today, Frozen Art. How'd you find out about, from Firewolf Studios, actually. Oh, how's he doing? How's Chris doing? I have not kept up with Chris's content in a while. He's been kind of hot and cold with the streams. Is he still with Amanda? Are they still together? Are they still getting married? That's been one weird thing. For those of you that haven't been around for a while, or if you're brand new, you don't know who I'm talking about. But yeah, how has Chris been doing? He's good. He's married. Oh, good Lord. He got married. He tied the knot. Well, you know what, Chris? Yeah. I love you like a brother, dude, and you got to be very careful with who you marry nowadays. But hey, you took the plunge, bro, so I'm going to give you a big round of applause. Congratulations, Chris, a.k.a. Firewolf Studios. I wonder what Will, Not So Nerdy Gaming, thinks about that. We're going to talk about a lot of things here today, folks. And I am going to be talking about a lot of people from my past out here on YouTube. I'm going to try to not mention names directly because I really don't want to give any of these people notoriety, but certain people, I have no problem giving notoriety because even though they've kind of parted ways from being a part of my community, I still think they're good people, and I feel that they've been tormented by a few people from the Dramasphere community I used to be a part of. And I'm going to share more about that in a little bit because it all pertains to the topic. You're welcome. Frozen Arts is okay. Thank you for the welcome. Yes, I'm a man. Yes, sir. Frozen Arts says he's doing well, but he has me blocked for several reasons. Why is that? You trying to hit on him? I'm just kidding. Did Amanda make him do that? That's the one thing, guys. It's one thing to be in a relationship with a woman and one thing to get married, but never be with a woman that's going to control you, and never try to control a woman. Let people be, right? You cannot control people, right? Frozen Art with the smiley emoji and the cat emoji, I guess, whatever that is. Frozen Art says, I'm going to voice act and I'm going to release my movie next year. Oh, that's great. Well, let us know. Let us know. I'll definitely, keep in touch. Frozen Art says, but yeah, I don't do drama anymore. It's actually a waste of time, and I'm an art channel. Okay. Yeah, have you been around here before? Were we introduced briefly? Let me check out your channel one more time again, and let me subscribe and bang the bell on my main channel and then my other YouTube premium channel. Give me a second here. All right. You just got 2 subscriptions from me, Frozen Art, and I banged the bell, selected all notifications, so we're going to definitely keep in touch. And if my trolls and haters come after you saying I'm a bad guy and I've done bad things, I'm sure you're going to realize it's just, the drama people just trying to stir it up, trying to knock down us good YouTubers because they wish they could be good people like us, right? Oh, man. Let's see. Queen Helen Case says, no, it's a party emoji. All right. Frozen Art says, no, it's just a personal reason. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people out here on YouTube and in life take a lot of things personally they shouldn't. Typically, those are people that are insecure, very insecure. Frozen Art, especially men that are very insecure. That's not masculine energy. And the issue is not you. The issue is them. They just haven't owned up to it yet because they don't want to, because they're not secure enough within themselves to accept what's going on, right? My movie is going to be on my channel. Oh, great. Excellent. Excellent. Are you a monetized channel, Frozen Art, by any chance? Do you have the watch? I know you have the subs. Do you have the watch time? Have you been monetized? Or do you need the watch time? Frozen Art says, I'm going to design the cover of my movie box and make the disc. That's awesome. But I would love to go back to his channel. I did apologize to him and his friends that he has. Yeah, there's only so much you can do. There's been a lot of drama involved. With no disrespect, I like Chris. But there's been a lot of drama involved with Chris and with Will, Not So Nerdy Gaming. And there's just been a lot of drama with a lot of people because the truth of the matter is, Frozen Art, I'm going to be discussing this, during this show today, is, these people are not happy within themselves for reasons that stem beyond you and me and anyone else that they attack, right? A lot of people are so insecure whether they're a man or a woman, that the nicer of a person you are and the more helpful you are, they see you as a threat because they wish they could be like you. So instead of, being your friend and working with you, they block you because they're jealous of you. That's the bottom line. They want to be like you. Okay? I'm not saying they want to be exactly like you, but they wish they could be in a good place mentally and emotionally. And in many cases, for some people that are overweight physically, they wish they could be mentally, emotionally, and physically like you and me. If you take care of yourself, you're healthy and fit, you have a great attitude, a great personality like I have and you have, and these people are overweight and, they have other issues, they're going to project. That's what these people do. They project. That's what happens. Frozen Art says, not yet. I like him too, but yeah, his drama on his channel, yeah, I get that. Well, a lot of people will do drama because it gets a lot of views. Like, today my stream might appear like a drama stream, but it's not. I will be talking about these people, but I'm going to be doing it professionally, respectfully, and maturely. So, I get it. I get it. And I'm a coach. One of my biggest things that I preach to people is do what you can to avoid drama and recognize drama as quickly as possible and withdraw before you get sucked in. When I talk about it as examples so I can share with the good people how to not get sucked into drama, right? GLM, you keep coming back on different accounts. Why do you keep coming back, GLM? I mean, I respect the donations and all that, GLM. You sent me a couple donations the other day, and I appreciate that. But I'm not here to play games, and I'm not here for people to troll my chat. I'm here to have a discussion about things, whatever we're talking about. And if you folks want to participate, that's okay. If not, I'm just going to have Queen Helen Casey ban you. If you want to discuss the topic at hand, no problem. I think this topic today is right up your alley, GLM, because you love drama. You say you don't like drama, GLM, but you do like drama to a certain extent. I'm not saying you're a drama queen or want to be one, but you're fascinated by this drama, regarding all these people, right? Frozen Art says, I don't do drama on my channel. Just letting you know. And then she says, so do you agree of my about section on my channel? I do agree. The only thing I don't agree with you on is that you can have success on YouTube without drama. But everything else I agree with you, right? Unless I misunderstood what you wrote or misperceived what you wrote. God Loves Me says, okay, I shall discuss the topic at hand. That's great. Appreciate that, GLM. Welcome to the show. Glad to have you here. So what was I going to say? We were talking about Frozen Arts about section saying that get out there in the real world versus YouTube. Here's the thing. I think the people that see things in that way, as you wrote in your about section, Frozen Art, it's because you've been caught up in nonsensical, endless drama out here on YouTube like many of us have. I think all YouTubers at some point, especially early on as a YouTuber, when they start getting any type of traction, they're going to attract trolls and haters and jealous people and all that. It's just a normal thing that happens, right? And it's up to you how you handle it. But a lot of us people that were new to YouTube, like I've been on YouTube since the platform came out 15 plus years ago, but I didn't become a real YouTuber until about 4 years ago, right? And because of that, and because live streaming was also new back then, and because now I know live streaming, unless you have control of your chat, good mods, you use Nightbot security and the YouTube block words list, people will come in and troll your chat and say stupid things to try to derail your show and trigger you, right? And I wasted many years going back and forth with a group of people that were intentionally doing things to trigger me to get a reaction and sell that to their audience for content, right? So their intentions were never to befriend me or anything like that. But also, I don't feel they hate me. Their intentions were just to create fake drama and sell that fake drama to their audience. And they take advantage of new people like I was 4 years ago that didn't understand how YouTube worked back then, right? That's what happened to me, right? That's what probably happened to you. And that's what happens probably to most YouTubers, right? Now, once you work through that, once you understand what's going on and you identify that, I've had 4 years of experience now being a real YouTuber, right? So now I know how to handle these things, right? Now it doesn't matter what any of these people do. No matter what they say, no matter what they do, they could dox me again. They've doxed me. They've doxed my mother, my brother. They've reached out to my mother and brother. They used to reach out to my former place of self-employment. I used to be independent contractor, insurance broker. They did all those crazy things. They played out all their cards with me, right? But I learned how to handle it, right? But I also had to learn that, hey, like the title, let's get to the topic of this stream here. And then I'm also going to share what's happened before I get really into it. But since we've been talking about this within the chat, the topic of the stream is, why do some people pretend to not like you? Who do they really not like? One more time. Why do some people pretend to not like you? Who do they really not like? When I say they pretend to not like you, that's the truth. I'm not going to come out and say that these people that come at us and create drama content at our expense like us, but I'm not going to go as far and say they hate us either. They don't like us or hate us. We're just a prop to them. Think of it as being a prop to these drama channels that need to continuously create, drama content, whether it's fake or real, to sell to their channel, to sell to their audience for donations because they have nothing else to bring to the table. That's the bottom line. Information Man Show says, very interesting. What do you mean by that, bro? Be more specific. I love your commentary, bro. I love your commentary. God Loves Me says, I don't think I said I don't like drama. I said I don't like certain people. Okay. Well, I don't hate anybody, GLM, including you. I've never hated anybody. I don't hate anybody. I just don't like certain things that people do. And you have to understand, which I'm going to go into great detail with my thoughts about it here today. A lot of these people, the reason why they do certain things is because that's their content. That's what their audience wants. And it's not that, they don't really like us. Like the topic says, why do some people pretend to not like you? Because if they actually show that they like you, it kills the dynamic for their audience. And then, they can't use you for content anymore and make donations off of you. So who do they really not like? They don't like the person in the mirror. They don't like the person they see in the mirror. That's the bottom line. If they had something better to offer this world than endless nonsensical drama content on YouTube or wherever else they create their drama content, they would do it. If they had a way of making more money and being more relevant doing something else, why would they not do it, right? That's the truth of the matter. Frozen Art, you literally have 11 dislikes, just haters, want to be haters, and D. Well, I typically have more dislikes than that. I think I have 11 likes now. The back end of YouTube does tell me that, but that's actually a pretty low amount of dislikes for me, to be honest with you. If you refresh, there's probably more, but I'm not worried about it. But thank you so much for mentioning that, Frozen Art. Let's see here. Your channel, but yes, your channel is good, says Frozen Art. Thank you. Frozen Art says they don't have any life. Trolls don't have any life, unfortunately. Well, they think they don't have any life. They think that they have nothing else to bring to the table, Frozen Art, when they do. But here's the thing. Some people just don't want to work hard to be successful the right way regarding what they're truly passionate about in life or what their purpose is, right? Okay, I've been doing this for 4 years. I'm a little further ahead than I was 4 years ago, but I still have a long way to go, right? If you create drama, you can find a drama audience out here on YouTube very easily and make donations just talking smack about people all day, every day, right? So in essence, these people that are doing these drama shit shows, it's not that they're not capable of doing something else. They just don't want to work hard building something real, which takes a lot more time to make as successful as they've made their drama channel successful. Drama channels, you can put up a drama channel, start talking smack about people. You'll get a lot of people on your streams. You'll start making a decent amount of donations, right? If you put up a coaching channel like mine, or you put up a YouTube self-help channel or anything else, any other normal type of channel, it's going to take months, if not years, to get the same traction these people get by just starting a brand new drama channel. And that's why they do it. They do it because they don't want to bust their butt and work hard to create something real and sustainable, right? But what happens with drama channels? They're not sustainable long term. They get shut down by YouTube all the time. These people violate the terms of service, copyright, community guidelines. Every single one of these people, and I'll share more about certain people without mentioning their names, but I'll share more about how many of these people, if not all of them, that have come at me have at least had one channel shut down or have dealt with many community guideline and copyright strikes, right? And they only have themselves to blame for it, right? Frozen Art says, Information Man Show says, terms of how people get on YouTube and they hate on people because they're miserable in their own personal life, unpersonal life. Well, it's true, bro. Listen, dude, if these people that run, there are a lot of people on YouTube outside of this one group I used to be involved with that run drama channels. Half of YouTube is running a drama channel, right? So you can easily find an audience for drama, right? And when I get back from the break, I'm going to share some thoughts regarding an interview that the CEO of YouTube, Susan Wojcicki, did with another content creator that was released 3 days ago on the 23rd. And I'm just going to share a few things that, she said when she was asked, how do you deal with the drama on YouTube? And people talk smack about you all the time. How do you handle it? Do you ignore it? It was quite interesting. And I have some very interesting things to share about Susan Wojcicki. I'm going to hold off on that till the second half of the show. But thank you for that comment, Information Man Show. Nobody over on Facebook still, but we're rolling smoothly. That's great. Okay. Information Man Show furthermore says a lot of people use YouTube as their outlet because they're really not happy in their real life. That is absolutely true. So they need to hate on other people while hiding behind a computer keyboard. Some of them don't hide. Some of them show their face. But a lot of them do hide, right? Whether they hide or not, okay, the ones that hide are the ones that are not trying to make money on YouTube. The ones that did I say that right? The ones that hide are not trying to make money off of YouTube. I think I said that right. The ones that show their face are trying to make money, so they have to show their face and try to pretend to be like a real YouTuber. But yeah, it is an outlet. It is an outlet. People that are into drama. I can understand more so women being somewhat into drama because women just love drama. They've always loved drama. It's normal for women to love drama to a certain extent. But for men, it's not normal because drama is more feminine energy. And any man that's involved in drama is in essence acting more feminine than masculine, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, but you're right. A lot of people come out here on YouTube and use it as an outlet. And it's okay to use it as an outlet as long as you're seeking information to better your problem from professionals, right? If you are, depressed and you are going through some emotional issues and you hang around a drama group of people that attack others, and they have emotional issues too, is that going to help you out or is that going to make your matters worse, right? But see, for people that are in an emotional state, they are more so easily accepted by people that are like them. But when you hang out with like-minded people that are in a horrible emotional state and you're trying to better yourself, they're not going to help you get better. You're going to sulk along each other's misery, and you're both going to get worse. That's what happens here on a large scale on YouTube. It really does. That's what happens. So that's a great statement there, Information Man Show. Thank you for that. I appreciate that, brother. And thanks again for being here, man, and spending some of your Saturday with me here. I appreciate that. God Loves Me says, disliking people and hating them is not the same. I hate no one. I agree, GLM. I totally get that. I don't think you hate anybody. I don't think you do. I think that you see so much BS that people do to try to become successful on YouTube and seek relevancy, right? There's primarily one person I know that you're not fond of, and I'm not fond of this guy either, the mid-30s millennial, right? But he has his own issues. He has some serious issues that have traumatized him stemming back to his childhood, and he doesn't want to work through his issues, GLM. So there's nothing we can do about it. We just have to ignore him. But here's the thing. If he continues to, I'm going to share more why I'm even bringing this up today, because these people only affect me in one way. There's one way these people affect me still, and I'm going to share that way. And I'm going to share with them, hey, if you want me to stop using you folks for example purposes, I'm going to share what you folks can do, right? That was somebody commenting in my private chat behind the scenes. So I'm just going to turn off the notifications temporarily from my private chat behind the scenes so you don't keep hearing that sound coming through the desktop audio. Wow, just so many questions here. Frozen Art says, but yeah, I have a new job and I'm working for money because we are low on money, and I'm working because I want to have experience. Are you married, Frozen Art? Or, if it's not too personal, what's your situation like? Do you have kids? Do you have a family? Or if it's not too personal, let us know. Information Man Show says they actually need you to feel good about themselves when they're trolling you. Of course they do. And they're loving this right now. They're all watching right now, bro. It's pretty sad. It's pretty sad. Like I said, I'll share more about that during the second half of the show. Give me just 1 second here, folks. Huh. Oh, wow. Wow. This is great. Okay. Yeah, when you least expect things, good things happen. I'm going to keep that to myself for now. Let's see. That was a very good point, Information Man Show. They do need me to feel good about themselves when they're trolling me. Well, they need me to feed into stuff to make content off of me. And it makes them feel good because that's what their audience responds to and pays them money. And ultimately, at the end of the day, they feel good when they're getting paid. It doesn't matter how they get paid, as long as they get paid. And I have been in the past one of the best ways that they get paid, because I used to feed into all that stuff and I didn't even realize what was going on. But now I get it, so I do things differently. Information Man Show, sorry, Frozen Art says, so how's your day? host. My day's going well. I'm going to share about that here in a second here once I get through the chat. And then I'm going to take a quick, break, maybe 10 minutes or less or so, and then come back and really get into it. And then I'll keep on engaging the chat with you here, folks. Let's see. Let me see here. Frozen Art says, yes. Frozen Art says, my LSEP drawing has 316 versus 16 dislikes. That's pretty good. That's when you know you're heading in the right direction. So are you, I don't know if you answered, are you actually monetized, Frozen Art, or are you not monetized yet? Are you just waiting to get the watch time? I know you have the subscribers. Frozen Art says, oh, okay, to something I said earlier. EMK, how you doing, bro? EMK's here. Hi, everyone. Hello, Eli. Well, welcome to the show. Good afternoon or good early evening to you, EMK, depending on where you're at. It is 5:18 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 2:18 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time here in my neck of the woods, in GLM's neck of the woods. West Coast is the best coast, right, GLM? It is. Hi, everyone. Hello, Eli says EMK. What's going on? Hello. GLM says, I believe people when they say they dislike me. I am not exactly agreeable. GLM, here's the thing. The people from this Dramasphere group that say that they dislike you, they don't really dislike you. They dislike themselves. They hate themselves. GLM, listen, despite what's happened between you and I in the past, I know you're a much better person than these people are. You're much more emotionally stable than they are, and you work in the mental health field. So you understand this stuff much better than they do. You know these people, GLM, have a few screws loose, right? You know these people, including that mid-30s millennial guy, has childhood issues, right? Has mental and emotional issues stemming back to his childhood. He has unresolved issues, right? So you being the mental health professional you are, you understand that, and you know that when that guy says he hates you, he doesn't really hate you, he hates himself. There's no reason to hate you, GLM, because you've done nothing to him. He just used you like he uses everyone else to keep moving his thing forward and keep making money. And when people figure it out, they call him out, which is the truth. He gets exposed and doesn't like that. So he goes on the attack, creates more drama, and keeps the cycle going because he thinks that's the way he's going to keep making money and stay relevant. It's pathetic. You know it. He hates himself more than he hates you. You know that. You know that. You can call me Ariel so you know me more better, Frozen Art. Absolutely. We can do some collabs together, Frozen Art. I would love that. So how did you get recommended this stream today, Frozen Art? Like, did you get it recommended? I'm just kind of curious. Queen Helen Casey says, hello, EMK. Thank you for still being here to mod the chat, Queen Helen Casey. GLM says the majority of those people are miserable. They obsess day and night over people they don't like online. Frozen Art says, I'm going to keep on posting more drawings. EMK says, hello, Queen. Queen Helen Casey says, I'm still thinking about leaving YouTube because I'm tired of commies. Oh, come on, Queen, taking my videos down every week. I'll talk more about that during the second half of the show. I'm going to talk a little bit about Susan Wojcicki and the interview she did on a pretty prominent YouTube channel that was released about 3 days ago. Keep your head up, Queen. You're going to be just fine. You're going to be just fine. Let me see here. EMK says, hello, Queen. Okay, I already got that. EMK says, don't hang out with toxic people because you'll become toxic too. Absolutely. Like attracts like, right? But we don't know these people are toxic initially. And by the time we figure it out, even if we try to get away with some of these people, they keep coming at you because you're content to them and you're getting them views and you're getting them donations. I had to figure that out. I had to figure that game out here on YouTube. But you're right, Ian K. Wanna Wonder, howdy. Good talk, listening while I drive. Wanna Wonder, welcome to the show. How'd you find out about this this stream, this channel? 750. Oh, we met through networking. Oh yeah, it's been a while. Oh yes, I'm subscribed to you. How you been? Holy Moses! You just hit 750 last week. You're close to being monetized. We should definitely work together too. And be careful, Wanna Wonder, because I have a few trolls every now and then. They still will go to other people's channel that come here on my chat, and they'll send them past videos of me where I said some things I didn't mean. So if you get trolled by any people, trying to forewarn you about me that I'm some bad guy, just ignore them, block them, and delete them. But yeah, maybe we can work on some stuff down the road. And thank you for tuning in. It's been a while. Oh my gosh, it's been a while. I had to check out your channel. That's right. I've been subscribed to you for a while. Let's see. God Loves Me says, well, he can take out his childhood trauma on people on YouTube if he wants, but he will continue being people's punching bag. Oh, he will. Oh, and I'm going to, listen, GLM, I'm going to share more thoughts about him without mentioning his name. You know who he is during the second part of the show, because there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to talk about him. There's more to talk about the news reporting guy, which you're friends with, which is fine. It's cool, right? And there's more to talk about the mid-30 millennials girlfriend, ma'am, mid-30s millennial girlfriend. I got some things to say about you. It's not going to be negative. It's just going to be facts. This woman has a stream planned to talk about me, I guess in a few days, saying that Eli's really not out of the drama. Oh, I am out of the drama, ma'am, because I say I am. And I'll share more about that during the second half of the show. I'm just kind of, giving you folks a heads up what's coming up after the break here. God Loves Me says, Bad Girls Club and Jersey Shore are far more entertaining drama. Of course, because that's better produced. Better produced stuff. Frozen Art, you should share my videos on your screen so people can see my content. Well, the reason why I don't do that, Frozen Art, is because of copyright. And I just don't take those chances anymore with anybody. But if it wasn't for copyright, I would. I'd be open to talking with you sometime behind the scenes. If you want to connect with me on Hangouts, just go in the description in my email, coacheli at coacheli@eliasmelas.com is the email. You can search and send me a Hangouts chat request, and we can communicate through there, and I'd be happy to promote you. Frozen Art says, not yet to be monetized. Howdy also says, Wanna Wonder. Queen says, a nasty thing to Susan Wojcicki, CEO of YouTube. Okay, well, you're entitled to your opinion, Queen. I have a different opinion. I'll share that during the second part of the show. Wanna Wonder says, thank you for the earning. What's the earning? Okay, not sure what that is. But anyway, all right, folks, we are at 48 minutes. Let me check out Facebook real quick. I'm going to queue up some, nothing happening on Facebook. I'm going to queue up some royalty-free YouTube music and step away for, a 10-minute or less break. I'm going to refill my coffee and use a little boys' room, right? And then when I get back, we're going to really get into it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how long this show is going to be, and maybe longer than I expected. I may take a second break and continue. It all depends. There's a lot to talk about, and I really want to answer all your questions in the chat. You never know what kind of engagement you're going to get on any given day. And today there's been a lot of engagement, so it's taken me longer to get to what I want to talk about because we've had people communicating through the chat, which is great. So let me just go ahead and cue up that royalty-free YouTube music here. Give me just a second here. Okay. All right, music is all queued up, and I'm going to lead back in. With I guess one of my favorite songs. You folks know what that is. All right, folks, stick around. We'll be right back. We're back, and stick around. My favorite song is coming right up to lead into the second segment. Which song do you think it is? You can tell me in the chat if you'd like. You know what it is. You know what's coming up. Get ready. Get ready. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ethan Mixel, double helix. Yeah. Says Lewis Fuller. Good evening, Eli. I feel good. You feel good. This is great. Get pumped up. No more drama. Drama sucks the life out of you. I want you all to feel good. Yeah. Where's a Sicily when we need him? Where's a Sicily? EMK double helix. Yeah. Woo-hoo. Energy up, baby! Energy up! All right, like a Sicily says, settle down, coach. Settle down, coach. You have a show to run. Settle down. Settle down, coach. You have a show to run. Settle down. Where are you, Specialized Cycling Club? I know you're out there somewhere. You love these shows when I talk about this stuff, right? Anyway, let's get right back to it. All right. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on YouTube and also simulcasting live on Facebook, coming to you live from Northern California, specifically the beautiful, glorious, amazing San Francisco Bay Area. Yes, I represent the Yay area. I do. I represent the Yay area on YouTube. Maybe you do too, GLM. Anyway, today we've been discussing why do some people pretend to not like you? Who do they really not like? One more time. The topic is, why do some people pretend to not like you? Who do they really not like? We're going to get more to that in just a second. But first, let's finish up with Ethan Mixel, okay? Let's crank it up again. Let's crank it up. Here we go. Yeah, rep the yay. Oh, rep the yay. Rep the yay. Rep the yay. Right. Rep the yay. That's how we speak nowadays. We don't say, I'm here to represent the Bay Area. It's, I represent the Yay area, or now we're getting even more lazy and saying, rep the Yay. Eli had too much coffee. 2 O's and 2 in that aspect, Lewis, but who's counting, right? Not a big deal, brother. I get what you're saying. Give me a second. I need to situate my cord here. Where is it? I got a little excited there, okay? Got a little excited. Got to look pretty for the camera, right? GLM, do you like my new Sony A6400? Much clearer, huh? Much better quality, huh? You've been to Magazine Street in Vallejo? I've been to Vallejo, but I'm not sure if Magazine Street is where that little what's that place where you can park and go right by the water. There are a few shops there, like a coffee shop. I forgot what that place is called. You can do some walking around there as well. But maybe I have been on Magazine Street. I just don't remember. It's been a while since I've been out in Vallejo, V-Town, GLM. I used to go there with my ex, Dana, for some walking and stuff. And, she lives in Novato, so we would take Highway 37 from Novato. It starts in Novato and ends in Vallejo right before it turns into I-80, right? Interstate 80. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, first and foremost, GLM, I want to thank you for your $2 Cash App. Thank you so much. You said A cup of coffee on me. I appreciate that, GLM. We're going to go ahead and start off the donation fund. And you know what we're going to do? We're just going to name it this. We're going to name it this. We're going to change it. We're going to change it. Oops, excuse me a second. I just froze my video for a second. Okay, it's back to normal. Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button. We're going to change it to the No Drama Fund. Whoops. And we're going to start it off at $2. Thanks again, GLM. Much appreciated. The No Drama Fund. E40 was the one who coined us the Yay area. His stomping ground is Magazine Street. So, that's where he's from. That's where E40 is from. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense now. Okay, thank you for that walk down memory lane. Appreciate that. No more drama, in quotes, says GLM, Eli and Mary J. Okay. Mary J. Blige? Is that who you're talking about? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mary J. Blige. Let me see. She had that song. That's right. I had to look it up. I forgot it. Not gonna cry. Well, all the time that I was loving you, you were busy loving yourself. Oh, no. I would stop breathing if you told me to. Now you're busy loving somebody else. 11 years out of my life. Besides the kids, I have nothing to show. Wasted my years, a fool of a wife. I should have left your ass a long time ago. Yeah, that was a great song. That was a great song. Mary J. Phenomenal artist. That came out in 1995. GLM, 1995. We're looking at what? About 26 years ago. God, time flies. I was, 21 when that came out? I just started recently working at Costco, and that was some great music back then. I wish I could play it. I mean, I get a content ID claim. I'd get demonetized instantly. Like, I would love to play that song. It's a great song. But, yeah. You're talking about Mary J. Blige, huh? She has a song called No More Drama. Yeah. Yes, MJB. That's right. We don't call her Mary J. Blige anymore. We call her MJB because we've gotten really lazy. Wow. Queen says, always hitting the wrong buttons again. Well, thank you, Queen, for that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. All right. So let me talk about what I was going to discuss at the beginning of the show. It took me a while to get through the chat, but that's great. Lots of engagement here today, and I appreciate that. So a couple days ago on Thursday, I got my second Pfizer COVID shot. And immediately after I got it, I didn't really feel anything. And it was interesting. When I went to get my first shot 3 weeks prior to that, because you need to wait at least 3 weeks between shots for the Pfizer shot, I went and I got the shot, and I actually felt the needle. I got them both on my left arm. I actually felt the needle. Not a lot, but I actually did feel the needle the first time around. When I went to get my second shot a few days ago, I didn't even feel the needle at all. And I was just like, wow, that's interesting. And I ended up having dinner with my brother and my mother the other day. And because they also both are fully vaccinated with the Pfizer shot. And they said that it just depends on the phlebotomist or, the person that gives you the shot, how steady their hand is, and, how they insert it, et cetera, right? Now, after I took the first shot 3 weeks ago, a little over 3 weeks ago, I didn't really. I mean, I could feel it going through my veins and going through my body, and it didn't really make me tired or anything like that. Kind of affected me a little bit, but not much. But the second shot, it was interesting. The second shot didn't affect me right away, but it actually has made me a little more tired than normal. Yesterday and a little bit today. I actually feel pretty decent right now. But that's the feedback I also got, from my brother and mother that, have had both, Pfizer shots. But at this point right now, I feel really good. I don't feel any pain. I'm not tired. I feel, healthy. The only thing I have allergies. And when you have allergies, that's just something that you're dealing with, especially during a year that has a lot of pollen. Like this year, we have an incredible amount of pollen out there, and more than typical. And so that's affecting you. But as far as, getting vaccinated, folks, I'm fully vaccinated. I feel good. And I'm just really happy to see society starting to get back to normal. Now, I'm not here to state any facts about COVID or the shot or anything. All I'm here to say is this. I'm here to encourage you folks to please get vaccinated if you haven't been vaccinated. I know many of you are against it for whatever reason it is, folks, but I'm letting you folks know it is simple, it is easy, and the sooner that we reach herd immunity, which we're getting there. President Biden was saying we're going to get there, by the 4th of July, and that's not going to happen. Now we're estimating that we're going to hit herd immunity by the end of the year, which sounds a lot more reasonable. But here's what I like about what Biden did by setting a goal of reaching herd immunity by the 4th of July, Independence Day here in the U.S., is that it gets more people to go out there and actually, get the shot. This is an old trick that my old retail managers used to use on me before I got promoted to management, is they would set unreasonable expectations, knowing that they can't be reached. So that way you work harder and you get further ahead than you would have by the original goal date they would set, right? And the truth of the matter is they just wanted you to get further ahead and end up finishing it, by a short time after that. So, if you give somebody, a longer goal, like, for example, if Biden had said, okay, we want to reach herd immunity by the end of the year, we would have probably had far fewer people vaccinated by now. And what's really sad to me, it's just my opinion, what's really sad to me is that there are many people out there that are questioning this and saying that they're not going to do it no matter what, and they're being either lazy or they're making excuses or they're, just saying that this is not real. Folks, this is all real. And look, if you care about yourself and you care about other people, please consider getting vaccinated and helping us reach herd immunity and getting things back on track, not only here in the U.S., where I live, but globally as well. So that's my vaccination story. I was going to do this stream on Thursday night, but and I was feeling good enough to do it, but I ended up getting a phone call, and I went and I ended up hanging out with some friends that I hadn't seen in a while. So I was out pretty late on Thursday, and then Friday, like I was just had some other things that were going on. I had some parts that I ordered for my new computer. I had to focus on my setup. I actually received I ordered a cooling pad from Amazon for my laptop. So it took me a little while to situate that and set it up and do some, testing to see, how far I can take my processor before it gets too hot. So, I decided to just take a couple of days off, and I said, okay, I got no plans for this weekend, at least as at this point. I'll just catch up with you all on Saturday. So that's pretty much what's been going on with me over the past couple of days. Let me see here. Let's see. I used to date a nurse, and he was big on injections. So you used to date a male nurse? There are some male nurses out there. Far more female nurses, but I know a few male nurses. And they're good guys. They're masculine men, but they just decided to become a nurse. I personally, as a man, prefer to have a female nurse, but it is what it is. Queen says, no way I'm going to be, taking it. Okay. It's your choice, Queen. It's your choice. It's your opinion. God Loves Me says, Helen, you may like the injections that my nurse friend gives. No, she's retired from that GLM. Queen says, it was designed. I'm not quite sure what you meant there. Okay. But it isn't given only to Christians, says GLM. Well, that is true. That is absolutely true. All right, so let's get right to this here. Again, the topic of today's stream is, why do some people pretend to not like you? Who do they really not like? One more time. Why do some people pretend to not like you? Who do they really not like? So what prompted me to do this topic, I'm just going to be straight up. I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it totally real with you folks. Yes, it was that other Dramasphere side, but it was 3 people. There are 3 people that have a huge vested interest on that Dramasphere side. The rest of them are just minions and people that may run a channel, a YouTube channel, but they're not a real YouTuber, and they're just using YouTube more as an outlet, like Information Man Show was saying during the first segment of the show. So those 3 people are, number 1, the news reporting guy that's known me for almost 4 years now and has come at me in the past more so than now. He's doxed myself and my family, and done a lot of crazy things to myself on my former channel that I used to run with my ex-girlfriend, was my girlfriend at the time. He attacked her and her family, and he just did a lot of crazy things. For what reason? Well, it was his way of making money. I didn't even realize that he was making money off of me initially, just by me feeding into him and giving him a reaction. All I was trying to do was defend myself and my girlfriend and other things, and just run a YouTube channel. But this guy had been on YouTube for a while. He has been on YouTube for a while, and he knows how to trigger people out here, especially new YouTubers that don't understand how valuable a reaction is into making a drama channel very profitable. Until I figured that out, going back and forth with this guy was making him a lot of money and really didn't get me anywhere. So he's one of the 3 people that are continuing this Dramasphere to move forward. The number 2 guy is the mid-30s millennial. Many of you that have been following me for a while know who he is. Known him for about 4 years now as well, and found out about him 4 years ago, doing a search, trying to find a purple pill channel, because I had just found out about a community called MGTOW, men going their own way, and there are 3 pills: the red pill, the blue pill, the purple pill, and I identify more so with the purple pill because I have red pill knowledge. I understand modern day female nature. And I'm not blue pill because I don't, suck up to a woman, and I don't put women on a pedestal, but I do respect women that deserve respect. I'm like a hybrid of the both, which is the purple pill. The purple pill, is a pill that has red pill knowledge, but decides to continue moving forward with getting to know women and possibly dating and marrying a good woman with the knowledge of the red pill. And I am red pilled. And that's why I'm still single. I've met women recently and I've talked to lots of women, but I'm red pilled and I'm not going to put up with anything that goes against my morals, values, and ethics. And I'm not going to, first and foremost, and primarily, I'm not going to put up with any woman that acts more masculine than feminine. I just won't. And I continue to encounter that. And maybe one of these days I'll do a show regarding a woman I just recently met. I met her one time, and it was interesting what happened. She was very feminine in person, but when we would talk on the phone, she was more masculine sounding. It was just a weird experience. Maybe not weird knowing how the modern world is, but I'm not going to share that story here today. I'll probably save that for a different show. Critical Mass, how you doing, bro? Welcome to the show. How's it going, brother? How's it going? So we've got the mid-30s millennial who used to run a channel called The Purple Pill, and that's how I found out about him. And when I found out about him, he was about to shut down his channel because he was unhappy that YouTube was starting to demonetize all of his videos, and he wasn't making much of any ad revenue anymore. That was back during the days when the apocalypse first hit, and that's when the yellow icon for monetized channels was given birth. Before that, all videos were either monetized or not. Now, you have the green dollar sign, which means fully monetized. You have the yellow dollar sign, which means not suitable for most advertisers. You may get some ad revenue or you may get none, right? Or, if you use someone else's, if you use like copyrighted music, they'll demonetize your video completely. They'll just not monetize you, period. So this guy was on his way out, and because I reached out to him, wanted to collaborate with him, and he told me that when we were, talking on the phone, when we first met 4 years ago. I told him, dude, listen, you got great stuff. I'd love to help you and work with you. Don't shut down your channel. You put in a ton of work, right? I really cared about helping him, but I didn't know him at that point, and I didn't know that I was dealing with somebody that has a lot of mommy issues, stemming back to his childhood. I didn't know that, how this guy appeared on camera during those days, and he was creating great videos initially. I didn't know that he's a totally different person behind the scenes. And then the third person that that actually is a big part of this is the mid-30 millennials girlfriend. And I'm just going to mention you, ma'am, because you are involved in this. And I honestly think that your efforts that you've made over the last several months, especially since I completely pulled away, okay? And don't try to say, hey, I'm feeding into drama, this and that. I'm not. I'm just sharing my thoughts about it. And I'm talking about, why do some people pretend to not like you? Who do they really not like, right? So, I mention you because the efforts you've made are practically the only reason why the drama sphere still exists, in my opinion. Because your boyfriend ever since he ran out of things to come at me with, or come at, the newspaper, or the news reporting guy. He's had practically no content. Your boyfriend, ma'am, has no content, right? The content that he does do, movie reviews and all that stuff, gets him hardly any traction. He might make a little bit of money here and there, right? But his content is non-existent, right? The only reason why he's still in business is because his sponsor is paying him $4,000 per month to basically do nothing, right? So that's between them. But see, ma'am, you have had a few channels that you've run that have been shut down for doing the same thing you're now doing again on this channel you have that has over 200, almost 300 subs, right? And the thing is, ma'am, is I know you're, like I've been saying, I know you're much better than that. I know that you have a lot more talent than drama. I know you have a lot more talent to create something real and more sustainable than what you're doing. But the reason why you're doing it is because, you're in love with the mid-30s millennial, and you feel that that's your best chance of getting to his heart and having a relationship with him, right? Okay? That's what you think. That's the only thing that makes logical sense, ma'am, because I don't know why you would continue doing the stuff you're doing if it wasn't for that. Because, see, ma'am, when you and I were friends in 2020, and I'm not saying we're not friends anymore, when we were closer friends back in 2020, you were doing whatever you could to get away from the drama. You wanted to get rid of the drama. You wanted to leave YouTube. You wanted to just get your name back, like you said, so you can go and create what you want to create. And ma'am, you've had many opportunities to do that. This is an honest question to you. If you want to respond, you can, ma'am. I don't care. I'm not going to get triggered, right? It's not a big deal. But you've had many opportunities, ma'am, to withdraw. Why haven't you withdrawn if that's what you wanted? And by you feeding into drama for whatever reason, even if it's to basically try to help your boyfriend save his sinking ship, which that's the reason why you're doing it, you're putting yourself back in the line of fire, ma'am, not with me. I don't attack anybody. I'm a good guy. But you continue putting yourself back in the line of fire that back in 2020, you were trying so desperately to walk away from. And see, ma'am, when you and I talked in 2020, I told you I'm done with the drama. I am completely done with it. I'm not feeding into this. I'm moving forward. I'm doing my own thing. I got myself a sponsor. I got some new equipment. I've moved forward with my stuff, right? But you continue to do what's making matters worse for you when you were saying in 2020 that you want to get away from all this. Ma'am, you're being your own worst enemy. And you only have yourself to blame for anything that's happening right now. Now, there are some things I've heard that's happened, and I don't really have an opinion on it because, to be honest with you, I really don't care. All I'm going to say is this, is that you are far more talented than drama. And if it makes you feel good, if it makes you feel like you have a sense of accomplishment by getting 40 people in the box on a channel with almost 300 subs that you built off of creating endless nonsensical drama, then if that makes you happy, ma'am, then that's on you. But to me, I think your potential is far greater than that. I feel it really is. I feel it really is. So that is that. Give me just 1 second here. Okay, we're all good. So yeah. And also another thing, ma'am, I'm just going to give you some friendly advice because I care about people. I care about everyone. I don't hate anyone, including you, ma'am. I don't hate anyone. But you're doing the same things that you did on your former channels that got you shut down. You're reusing a lot of people's content. Every single day, you reuse a ton of content, ma'am. I'm letting you know right now. It's not me. I don't flag it. I've moved past all you folks. I'm just saying this for example purposes. Why do some people pretend to not like you? Who do they really not like? Ma'am. You're reusing content that's going to get your channel shut down at some point. And all it's going to take is one person to file a copyright strike on you. It's not going to be me. Number one, you're not using my content anymore. Number two, even if you did, I don't care. The bottom line is, ma'am, you know what you're doing is a waste of time. It's not sustainable long term. And I know why you're doing it. And here's the thing. If you are doing it for the reason why I know you're doing it, to try to win over, the heart of your boyfriend, ma'am, is that the right reason? Like, is that, should you have to go through what you're going through, to keep a man around? It's up to you how you do things, right? It's up to you how you do things and who you date and what you do, ma'am. But all I'm saying is that I know you to be better than that. So why are you not being better than that? You're capable of it. I don't understand it, right? Now, you've got a stream planned on me a couple days. I'm not going to watch it. I will sometimes when I get a few minutes late at night before I go to bed, I'll skim through people's channels and see what they have scheduled, right? You have a stream scheduled on me saying that, oh, Eli thinks he's out of the drama, he's not out of the drama, or whatever it is, right? I am out of the drama, ma'am, but I'm talking about this, and I'm talking about it for one reason. I'll share that reason in a second here, once I get through all of this, right? Okay? Now, before I get to the mid-30s millennial and the news reporting guy, I'm going to share something real quick. I'm going to share the story briefly on the CEO of YouTube, Susan Wojcicki, and her being interviewed on. Let me see. What was that channel? I have it right here. Let me look it up real quick. Let me go to my history. And it is, I spent a day with the CEO of YouTube, by Anthony Padilla. And he's a YouTuber with like over 5 million subscribers. I'm going to share the link of the video in the chat. There's the link in the chat of YouTube. I'm going to share the link of the video in the Facebook chat as well. There's one person over there right now. If you're out there watching on Facebook, please feel free to comment. I'll periodically check on the Facebook side of things every 5 to 10 minutes or so. Okay, give me a second here. Critical Mass says, good seeing you. I'm not too bad. Well, that's great to hear, bro. That's great to hear. Excellent. Excellent. So Susan Wojcicki was interviewed by Anthony Padilla, and it was a 20-minute and 15-second clip. I'm sure they talked a little bit longer, maybe an hour or so. But Anthony asked her one question that I thought was more interesting than everything else. How do you deal with the drama on YouTube? A lot of people talk about you and they say things that are not so nice, and he was very professional about it. How do you handle that? Do you ignore it, or, does it bother you or whatever? And, she was very professional about it. And she was even more than professional. She was very just cool, calm, and collective and relaxed. And she said, no, I don't ignore it. I want to know what's going on. I want to make sure, everything as smooth as possible on the platform. This is a challenging platform, and I enjoy the challenge, yada, yada, yada. Do I see the comments people say about me? Sure, I do. And she handled it very professionally and maturely. She's like, well, people have their opinions, and some people just don't realize what it takes to run this company. And they don't realize that we're trying to create a fine balance between taking care of the creators, keeping the sponsors happy, and then keeping, the government agencies happy as well too. There's a lot that, YouTube has to deal with just to be able to run. So again, it's not only about taking care of the creator, it's about making the sponsors happy so there's still money coming in for this platform to exist. And for us creators, especially channels like mine that are monetized, to even get a cut of that revenue. If the sponsors aren't sponsoring, on YouTube, then there's no revenue for the creators. We wouldn't be here. And then YouTube couldn't afford to run this, right? So you're dealing with taking care of the creators, taking care of the sponsors, and then also taking care of the law and the government agencies, right? YouTube's dealt with copyright issues initially. That almost shut them down. They had to create a content ID system over 12, 13, 14 years ago. Like within the first year after they, were purchased by Google. And then they've had to deal with COPPA, with the Child Online Privacy Protection Act. Okay. And they've had so many things that they've had to deal with. And for the longest time, YouTube was losing $2 billion per year as a company alone. But because Google owned them, and because Google uses YouTube to advertise Google stuff, while YouTube was losing $2 billion per year, Google was making $8 billion profit more because of, owning YouTube. So technically, YouTube was making $6 billion a year instead of losing $2 billion. But as an individual company outside of Google, okay, they were losing $2 billion a year. Susan Wojcicki has made YouTube profitable on her own. I commend her for that. I also commend her for having to deal with so much unnecessary BS from jealous people, from people that, don't want to follow rules, or people that feel like, okay, they own the world and they feel that only their freedom of speech and expression matters and no one else's, right? Okay? Susan does care about freedom of expression, but there has to be some boundaries. And if there aren't any boundaries, you're just not going to have a sustainable platform that you're going to be able to monetize and that advertisers are going to want to support, right? Then YouTube wouldn't exist if they didn't do it the way they're doing it, right? But here's the thing that I respect about Susan the most. And after I share this, I'm going to take one more break, and I'm going to come back and wrap up the show by discussing the mid-30s millennial and the news reporting guy, because they've had most of the news reporting guys had some things to say lately, and I'm gonna address that here, sir, and I'm gonna be honest with you. We'll do that after the break. But real quick, what I respect about Susan the most is that out of any female CEO or executive management position that I've seen a female be in, Susan is the only woman I've seen that has not exuded hardly any masculine energy. And while the job of the CEO, whether it's, done by a man or a woman, does require more masculine energy than feminine energy, Susan has found a way to manage YouTube by just being herself, by just being a woman. Now, yes, does she probably have moments where she has to lay down the law and, be a little firm? Sure. Okay. But when she comes on camera, every time I've seen her interview, I have never gotten the feeling that she's trying to exude masculine energy or trying to be something that she isn't. And I respect that. They even asked her, about, quality of life and work, what happens when you have all this work to do and your day ends. She goes, you know what, sometimes you just got to turn it off and you got to go home to your family and be there for your family, right? And Google was actually started in Susan's garage decades ago. And that's why, many, many years ago, before she became the CEO, that's why they offered her the position, because she's always been involved in Google growing in the early days, decades ago. And she's always had a love for video. She always loved video. And she had an integral part in convincing Google to buy YouTube for, what was it, $1.65 billion, 16, 17 years ago, something like that, right? At that point, when that happened, 16, 17 years ago, $1.65 billion was a lot more back then than it is now. Still a lot of money, but 16, 17 years ago, $1.65 billion, probably like $3 billion today. And how much would YouTube sell for today? YouTube would sell for, oh my God, what would Google sell YouTube for today? 20 billion, 30 billion, 40 billion, 50 billion, more? I think the only company that could ever come close to affording to buy out YouTube from Google would be Amazon. But I also think if Amazon bought it, they would probably destroy it. I'm not saying that Amazon's not good at, doing things. They are. They're very good at what they do. But I don't think anyone could run YouTube the way Google has. Okay, nothing else happening in the chat. That's cool. That's totally cool. Give me just 1 second here. Oh, Gary V's actually live on a Saturday? Wow, I can respect that. Gary Vandercheck. But yeah, Susan runs YouTube in an amazing way. I honestly feel that. And then she goes home. She's a wife to her husband and a mother to her kids. I think her kids are older now, but I respect her because, and initially, before I got to know her years ago, when things were changing, especially when they changed the monetization rules, and my former channel got demonetized because they changed the requirements and they only gave you 30 days to requalify under the new terms, or you get demonetized and you'd have to requalify once you got the new terms, right? But now I understand why she did all that. You look back and you spend more time on this platform and you really learn to understand how businesses work, and you understand why she did what she did. But again, what I respect about this woman is the fact that she's a very feminine woman and doing a job that requires a lot of masculine energy. And she's still being a woman, and she's getting the job done, and she's made the company profitable, and she's, still with the same husband. Her husband, I believe, still works for Google. And I mean, what's there not to respect about that? And because some people, this is with no disrespect to you, Queen, I'm just saying this in general, you're not the only one that doesn't like Susan. That's obvious, right? But I will say this, the people out there in general that don't like Susan, okay, I think you got to do some deep soul searching within yourself and really ask yourself what makes you unhappy about her. Okay, is she really a bad person, or are you just not happy because you can't run your mouth on YouTube in any way that you want? What these people don't understand is that they don't own the company. YouTube's a private platform. They can do whatever they want to do. They can kick you off. They don't have to provide you the service for free, right? Now, if you were paying for the service, that would be a different story, right? The thing that people don't understand is that if there was a better way for her to do this and allow more content that some of you people that don't like her are getting shut down for and getting mad at, she would do that. She has obligations to keep the company profitable so that way the doors can stay open so we have a place to do this. And a lot of you just don't get that, right? A lot of you just don't get that. And a lot of you, here's the main thing, a lot of you don't think ahead and look at the rules and understand what's going to more than likely get you removed and what's not. How come I've never been removed? How come I've never even had a strike? I follow the rules. I talk about the same things that everyone talks about. I just talk about it in a more professional, respectful, mature way. I've never had one problem. And all my videos are monetized. I've had a few that let me check right now. I bet right now this video might be demonetized. It could be. I'm going to check. But if it is, I'll submit it for manual review. It'll be reverted. Let's check it out. And no, it's green. Wow, it's fully green. Now that could change, right? But I've had a few streams that got the yellow icon. I submitted them for manual review. Every time it gets turned around. I have not had a video demonetized under manual review in, well over a year plus. I've had a couple on this channel, but in over a year plus. Why? Because I'm proactive and I'm understanding to what's really happening. Let me see here. I understand your feelings about Susan Queen, and hey, I respect your opinion. I disagree, but I respect your opinion. I get it. I totally get it. All right. So that is that. Okay, folks, we are at 1 hour and 47 minutes. I'm going to step away and take one more quick break here. Hazy Train, isn't Susan? No, she's not Hazy. No. What's going on, Hazy Train? I'm not even going to read that, bro. That's, with no disrespect, that's a ridiculous statement, bro. But I'm going to step away and take another quick break here, and then I'm going to come back and wrap up the show by discussing the two main people in this whole drama thing and why I feel these guys both are pretending to not like me and who do they really not like. And that's, and then I'll even share more, like I've been saying, on why I decided to do this and why I'm not feeding in the drama, but I'm still doing this. I'm going to share that. I'm going to be transparent with you folks. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to hold anything back. So stick around for that final segment is coming up after the break. So let me queue up some more music. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Give me a second here. Let's see here. Do 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 do. I just need one more. All right, folks, music is all queued up. I'm going to step away for a quick break, 10 minutes or less. Like I said, when we return, we're going to talk about the two main people, the two main culprits that I'll just save that for after the break. Stick around. We'll be right back. right. We are back. We're back. We are just going to scratch it and get right back to it. Scratch it. All right. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on YouTube and also simulcasting live on Facebook. This is the third and final segment coming up. Ooh, I got an itch on my nose for good luck. I'm glad you could all join me here on this beautiful Saturday. It's an amazing Saturday, and my phone just keeps getting some good emails and messages. I could say it in the modern way, like GLM would say it. I keep getting hit up with great messages. People are hitting me up, right? Hitting me up. What world are we living in today? Oh, the irony in the modern world is unlike anything I've ever seen, and unlike anything we've ever experienced in history. And folks, another thing I didn't mention is that I'm sure you all saw what happened to that I think it was a condo complex in Miami-Dade, wow, just a lot of people missing, 4 confirmed dead. Wow. Folks, there are many more important things to focus on and to talk about and to have sympathy for than to just, deal with stupid, endless, nonsensical drama, The topic of today's stream, once again, is why do some people pretend to not like you? And who do they really not like? One more time, why do some people pretend to not like you? Who do they really not like? If you missed the first 2 parts of the show, lots of great information was shared, primarily, catered to an audience of mine that has known about me for a while. If you're brand new, you could watch a replay and do the best to follow along. I do share a lot of great principles and examples of things that I feel, are going to hinder your progress in life. And I give examples of what you can do to live a positive life that's going to make you more successful. So go back and check out the replay, if you miss any parts of this, once it goes to a replay on either Facebook or YouTube. And I do have the DVR rewind feature disabled on both Facebook and YouTube, so you can't rewind to watch the beginning of the show while I'm live, because I want you folks here to be able to engage. So check that out. Lewis, I noticed that you were over there on the Facebook side of things. He says, good evening, Eli, on the Facebook side. I appreciate you going over there too, Lewis, but you don't have to. You can just come over on YouTube. It's not a big deal. YouTube is the primary place where I broadcast things. But anyway, I wanted to make a comment real quick on, what the YouTube chat is saying about Susan Wojcicki. Again, you folks are all entitled to your opinions, and you folks can, do whatever you want to do. No one's telling you what to do, and I'm not going to tell you what to do. But I am going to share my feedback and my opinion. You guys are questioning the orientation of Susan Wojcicki. And here's the thing, okay? Susan Wojcicki, I believe she has 5 kids. She's been married for decades. She's a very successful CEO for YouTube. Her husband's been, I believe, in YouTube, at Google and in Google management since it came out, since it started. Let me see. Let me look up. Google started in what year? It says founded September 4th, 1998 in Menlo Park, of all places. And then they ended up moving to Mountain View. That's where their headquarters is at. Mountain View is literally like a 15-minute drive from where I'm at. And I've been to the Googleplex. I've also been to Facebook. I've been to YouTube. They're all literally less than 30 minutes away from where I live in Redwood City, California. So, for you folks to, and listen, I'm not criticizing you, Queen or Hazy Train. I'm not kicking you folks down. I'm not getting mad. I'm just saying that I think it's a little ridiculous to come out and question the woman's orientation just because you folks personally have some issues with how YouTube handles certain types of content. It's one thing to not be happy about your content being removed, right? It's another thing to go as far and question a woman's sexual orientation because she's the CEO of the company that's removed that content or is, running the company in a way that doesn't suit you. I think that's just not cool in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. I'm a good dude. I'm an honest dude. I love people. I respect people. I respect people's opinions. But when I agree or even strongly disagree with something, I'm just going to state my thoughts. I just think it's a bit ridiculous. So, that's that. So anyway, let's get right to the last part of the show here. Again, we're talking about why do some people pretend to not like you? Who do they really not like? Let me first talk about the news reporting guy that, has known about me, and I've known about him for about 4 years now. And this guy used to, like I said earlier on in the show and in the past many times, I used to run a former channel a couple years ago, and then I shut it down and came back 3 months after I shut that channel down and started running this channel. And I've been running this channel for about 2.5 years now. It'll be 3 years, I believe, in December that I've been running this channel. And it's been monetized now for, about a year and a half, a little more than a year and a half, almost 2 years. And, he used to come at me all the time. He used to do live streams and rebroadcast all of my pre-recorded videos for 2 to 3 hours at a time and do commentary on them. And he had a group of people from this former MGTOW community I used to be a part of that would pay him donations to talk smack about the videos I was creating on my former channel. And I didn't know how to handle myself on YouTube back then. I handled this guy in the same way I would handle things in the real world. But I realized that wasn't the right way to handle it because anything you do on YouTube, any reaction or response that you give to somebody, they're going to turn it into content, especially people like this. This person, the news reporting guy, and along with the other guy I'm going to share some stuff on briefly here after I'm done with the news reporting guy. They both will create content out of anything. If you breathe, they're going to create content and say, oh, Eli breathed today. Oh, GLM took a breath a few minutes ago. They do that because that's their content. They try to say they have other content, right? And technically, they do have other content. But the other content they have doesn't get them nearly the exposure or isn't, and it isn't nearly as profitable, is what I'm trying to say, as the drama content, right? So in essence, I'm just going to come out here and say today that the news reporting guy and the mid-30s millennial are both drama queens. You guys are. You guys are drama queens. Not even kings, because, being involved in this amount of drama or any drama at all is not masculine energy. So you guys in essence are acting like women. So you're drama queens, right? Now, that's a little bit about the backstory regarding the news reporting guy that runs many channels out here on YouTube. But he primarily makes his money through a sponsor, a fake sponsor that he has along with this mid-30s millennial guy as well. They both have this fake sponsor that pays them money to just create cringy content. Long story, I'm not going to get into it again here today. But anyway, so I withdrew from all these people many, many months ago. and I went a while without talking about them, right? And I wasn't even going to briefly talk about them like I have the past few streams. But I felt the need to. I felt the need to put it out there because there are people out there that are really tired of this and they're wondering what's going on, and they really want to hear the truth, and they want to hear some real opinions from people like myself that know the story well enough that can share what's actually really going on. And, I can share what I really feel is happening with these people. Okay? So I hadn't talked about the news reporting guy for a while. Then all of a sudden, the guy people start sending me. I told people to not send me stuff, but people still send me things anyway, right? I try to turn recommendations off, and then YouTube still recommends me stuff, right? Now, I don't watch all this stuff, but I look at the titles, right? I'll go and see what these people have scheduled. I'll go and see who they're talking about, right? And all of a sudden, many weeks ago, this news reporting guy just started posting about me on his community tab every single day. He started creating videos on me. He did, 10 reasons on what makes me a beta male. Okay. Right. He started doing all this stuff and I wasn't feeding into it, but he kept doing it. Right. He was getting no reaction from me. Right. And you're still not getting any reaction from me, sir. I'm just basically telling you, I'm just saying this is what you're doing. But you did one thing. You did one thing, sir. You said one thing on your community posting that, to me, honestly, maybe you put it out there to try to get a reaction from me. And whether you consider this a reaction or not, I don't care. I'm going to share my thoughts about it because I think it's pretty pathetic, sir. I think it's really pathetic. And I honestly think that what you've been doing lately to try to regain traction that you obviously have lost is very pathetic, sir. And it's just showing me that you're really not in the good position that you claim to be in on YouTube like you were in the past, right? You only start to do these types of things and feed into drama, sir, when other aspects that were making you money, such as your news stories, when it doesn't make you any more money. When you're desperate to make money, sir, you do whatever it takes. You go back to the drama and try to instigate things and, try to stir up the donations from that aspect. That's what you do, sir. And that's exactly what you've been trying to do again, right? That's why I stayed out of it for the most part. But you said one thing. You criticized me on a stream I did regarding health and fitness and, getting into shape, right? You criticized me on that, sir. And you basically were saying that, why should I listen to somebody that's never been down this weight loss journey? Okay. And I have. I've had my weight yo-yo many times in the past, plus 20, 30 pounds, right? And now you're saying, well, unless somebody's been 100 pounds overweight and lost 100 pounds, then I don't want to hear any advice from them. Sir, you don't have to listen to my advice. You didn't even have to respond. And quite frankly, sir, I don't think it's the fact that you don't like me. I think you make content out of anything. I think the reason why you responded the way you did is because you like to stir up the controversy pot, whether you agree with somebody or not, whether you like somebody or not, sir. You always take the negative, controversial approach because that's what you feel is going to get you the most traction, sir. And that's the reason why I'm doing this today, because I'm basically just stating the facts. I'm calling you out because that's what you're doing. That's exactly what you're doing, sir. And it's pretty pathetic. And it's showing me how desperate you are to try to regain some of the, money that you've lost in the past. I just got an interesting message regarding that. I was telling you folks about a woman I recently met, and when I was in person with her, she was more submissive, and talking with her on the phone, she's like more masculine and dominant. And after a phone conversation I had with her last night, I did what's called the takeaway, and I thought I was never going to hear from her again. And I didn't even plan on hearing from her. I went on with my day, screw it, right? But she just sent me a text. She just sent me a text saying, thinking about you. I hope your day is going well. Well, ma'am, I'm going to share this story at some point, maybe tomorrow, maybe later tonight. Who knows? Maybe within a few days. Because I did the takeaway, and I said, she wanted to hang out today. And I said, it sounds like you're pretty busy. You got a lot of things to do. So how about you, do what you got to do, and we can hang on another time. And she goes, I'm not going to be free for another couple of weeks. I'm like, okay. Well, reach out to me in a couple of weeks when you're free. Right? This is a woman probably used to getting her way. She's not a bad person, but she had even told me that she has been raised by a mother that taught her to be strong and that a woman shouldn't cry. She basically was raised to be more masculine and dominant and feminine and submissive. And she really liked how it felt to be around me. Now, I didn't sleep with this woman or anything, but we hung out one time. I'll share that story at some point. And she felt very comfortable and safe around me and was just very submissive. And then we talked on the phone, and she went back to being dominant. And then she tried to change the plans up. We were going to plan some other things. She tried to change the plans up on me, and I'm like, okay, it just sounds like you got a lot going on. Let's meet again when you're free. It's going to be a couple of weeks. Okay, well then give me a call a couple of weeks. And when I got off the phone with her last night, I let her go. She sounded frustrated. I was very kind to her, right? And because I didn't let it faze me, and I basically, with saying what I said to her in a polite way, but saying, hey, sounds like you're busy. She wanted to meet for a quick walk for a couple of hours, right? And then call it a day because she has to go shopping and she has a couple kids and she has to do some things for her kids and stuff, right? And I wasn't going to meet up with her during the daytime because there's no opportunity for romance to happen. Like, if there's no opportunity for romance to happen, I'm not going to meet up with a woman. I'm not going to spend time with a woman briefly like that or during the daytime unless we've already been intimate. Because until you're intimate with a woman, nothing is established. And I'm not going to sit there and give up a whole entire Saturday to drive an hour to meet up with her for a quick walk because Her Highness feels like, taking a walk, right? I'm going to politely say, hey, you know what? Sounds like you're busy. Let's meet when you have more time. Okay, a couple of weeks, no problem. Reach out to me, right? I did the takeaway. That's called the takeaway. Hazy Train knows what I'm talking about, right? And now she reaches out to me today. And I bet you, if I get back to her, I'm on the air right now. I'll get back to her later. I bet you she's going to want to find a way to see me sooner, right? It's funny to me that when women are really into you, they want to see you right away. When I first met her, talked with her, she wanted to meet me right away, and we did, right? But then we were having a phone conversation, and something was making her feel awkward, and I could probably tell, I could tell her attraction level was going down because she was talking about, masculine and feminine energy, and I'm a strong woman. It sounds like, and she kept on testing me. She kept on saying, sounds like you don't like the fact that I'm, being strong and this and that. And I said, no, I said, I respect that. I love it. I said, it's pretty sexy to me, right? I didn't let it faze me, right? Right? And then I let her go, right? Any other guy would have just flipped out and just said, screw you, I'm out. But to me, I played it cool, right? And guess what? Now she's thinking about me, right? Because she knows I'm dead. Now her attraction level is rising again. Now I'll share more of that story another time, but it was just interesting. I've been getting messages while I'm on the air, and it's all good stuff. it's interesting what happens to you. If you're a patient person, you're in a good place mentally and emotionally, and you don't let anything faze you, especially if you're a man. If you just don't let anything faze you, at some point, everything you want in life is just gonna happen, right? When you least expect it, also, like I've done a stream on recently, results will come. I did not expect this woman. I did not expect to hear from her ever again, let alone the very next day. Ah, Jesus Christ. All right. So back to the news reporting guy. So news reporting guy. The one thing that really, really, really just makes me wonder about you. Oh, it doesn't make me wonder because I know exactly why you did it. You put out a community post after, like I said, I did that stream pretty much in response to the stream you did. I'm not going to lie. Because you said you had gone to the doctors and you'd been diagnosed with either pre-diabetes or diabetes, right? Okay. And a lot of times in the past, you've done health streams like that, whether they were true or not, for sympathy donations. Now, everyone knows you're out of shape, sir, and we know you have complications. But I also know you to amp things up to a greater degree than what they are. Now, I'm not saying you're doing that here, sir, but who knows with you, right? But here's the thing, sir. I was genuine and sincere when I said, hey, despite our past and despite anything anyone's done, or despite whether I'm not too fond of any particular person or not, when it comes to health, I care about everybody. I care about everyone's health, whether I like you or don't like you, right? So everything that I said in that stream was genuine and sincere and legitimate. And again, this guy is saying that unless you've had to lose 100 plus pounds, I won't take any advice from you. I'm not even asking to take advice from you, sir. I just did a stream because, your stream, based on what you're going through in health, it touched me in a way to where I wanted to talk about how important health is and what you can do to better your health, right? And just because, I haven't had to lose 100 pounds ever, okay, doesn't mean that I don't know how to lose weight. And the concept, sir, of losing 30 pounds is the same as losing 100 or more pounds. It's calories in and calories out. And you also said, sir, that I forgot exactly what you said about, hiking and stuff. You're saying that there are other ways to, you said that I said, and I did say this, there are other ways to lose weight besides hiking. And you said, well, how do you know what works for me and doesn't work for me? I don't, sir. And I never said that you have to do any other way of losing weight. You have to do what works for you. If hiking is the only way that motivates you to go out there and lose weight and get yourself healthy, then you do what you got to do. All I was responding to was saying that in general, there are many ways to lose weight. You can go hiking, you can go walking, you can use a treadmill, okay? You can do yoga, there are so many ways that you can lose weight, right? But see, sir, the thing with you is that you like to overly play out everything. You like to feed into the drama, sir. You like to create drama. You're an instigator. You're just like the mid-30s millennial guy, right? And he learned a lot of that from you, but he also picked up a lot of his bad habits based on his childhood and, his unresolved issues, unresolved mommy issues. And you know that. You've talked about that, and I agree with you when it comes to him, sir. But see, sir, you're really not that much different, right? I do have more respect for you than I would ever have for him. I don't have any respect for him, right? But sir, when you do what you just did a few days ago on your community tab, you wrote what you just wrote, which I'll get to in a second. It just really, really makes me wonder where your head is at. And even if you're doing this for sympathy donations or drama marketing, or even if you're real, I don't know. With you, sir, you just play it up any way you can get attention on you and any way you can make money. The thing is, you do, sir, you change it up all the time and do what you feel is going to get you the most traction and make you the most money, despite whether it's genuine or not, sir. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the truth of the matter. So he put out a posting saying that I'd rather have diabetes or pre-diabetes than be frail like Coach Eli. Let me repeat that one more time. I'd rather have diabetes or pre-diabetes than be frail like Coach Eli. Now, first of all, sir, that doesn't trigger me. You don't trigger me anymore. You will never trigger me again. As a matter of fact, I know I'm going to trigger you more than me getting triggered, because I'm not going to get triggered. Because you know I do trigger you. I trigger you, sir, because whether you admit this or not, you perceive me to be better than you. I'm not saying I make more money than you at YouTube. I don't yet at this point, but I'm getting there. And you don't know how much I make with my sponsorship, sir. Okay? And I don't care what you think about that, to be honest with you, right? But see, sir, you perceive me to, in some way, shape, or form, be better than you. Because if you didn't, you wouldn't focus all this energy on me. When people don't like someone, sir, they might come at them once or twice, do a few videos on YouTube, say a couple nasty things, and then move on, right? But no, sir, you've gone back and forth with me for 4 years. And you're trying to tell me that you don't like me, and you keep coming at, sir, you love me, sir. That's the truth of the matter. And whether you love me or hate me doesn't matter. I'm cool with it either way, sir. But sir, listen, you've devoted the last 4 years to primarily talking about me. Even if I don't talk about you, it's almost like you have an obsession with me, sir. Or maybe I'm profitable to you or whatever. Or, like I said, maybe you are pretending to not like me when you actually do. Because if you actually came out and you said you like me, sir, then you wouldn't be able to sell me off in the way you have to your current audience, sir. That's pretty pathetic, man. It's the truth, bro. So you're saying that you'd rather be pre-diabetic or diabetic than be frail like Coach Eli. Sir, I'm 5'10", 175 pounds. Okay? I'm not 135 pounds like you say, sir. If you'd like me to do a video in 4K at 60 frames per second and step on the damn scale and show you, sir, what I weigh, if I need to do that, which I don't, I'm just saying I could. If you go and you look at the BMI chart, sir, I'm right within my healthy weight level. Okay? If I was 135 or 130 pounds, or even 140 or 150, I would be frail. Yes, you're right. You know I'm not frail, sir. I am a skinny, slender-built type of guy. I'm not like starving like a lot of unfortunate Ethiopians are, sir. You're making me sound like a starving Ethiopian, sir, and I'm not. I'm not. But you're doing that, sir, because that's your content. That's what you do. You just talk a bunch of shit about people all day, every day, and you pray for something to stick that's going to get you traction, and you hope it's going to entertain your audience enough to get donations. And you still get some donations. I see that, sir, right? But where are you getting your donations from, sir? You're getting them from drama marketing, sir. When you don't do drama streams, you don't make nearly the same amount of money. Same thing with the mid-30s millennial. So, sir, news reporting guy, you claim to say that you create real content And you also in the past have said you have 3 silver play buttons, which we've never seen, right? Which don't exist, sir. Okay? You talk a big game, sir, and that's fine. If that's your shtick and that's how you made money, that's fine, sir. That's fine. But I'm just going to come out here and say this, dude. It's pretty pathetic when you actually do have more talent and you could create something great without having to continuously feed into nonsensical drama. Sir, you're criticizing the mid-30s millennial guy for doing the same thing you're doing. And he's criticizing you for doing the same thing that he's doing. That's what you guys do. It's stupid. It's pathetic. It's ignorant. It's just an old song, man. And people they're already tired of it. But any of the few people that you both have left in your audiences are going to get more and more tired of it, and they're going to eventually leave, right? Right? So that's pretty much everything I have to say about you, news reporting guy. All you're doing is doing what you have to do to get things back on track. You're going to come back and say, oh, I never lost anything, or I've always made the same money. Sir, listen to me. You can run your mouth any way you want, right? You can say whatever you want out here and make it seem believable, sir. Right? You can amp anything up, right? Okay? But to me, I see people's behavior fluctuate. I've seen your behavior fluctuate over the years. I know when you're making more money and making less money based on your behavior and the things you do to try to get traction, sir. I know when you're trying to reel me back in and trying to reel back in the mid-30s millennials, sir, I know that you're starving for content and you're starving for live views and donations. Sir, it's obvious. You can come back and say whatever you want, sir, however you want to say it. I'm not buying it. But it doesn't matter, sir, because I really don't care. I'm only here to do a stream on why do some people pretend to not like you? Who do they really not like, sir? I don't think you're happy with what you see in the mirror, sir. I don't think you're happy with where your health level is at. I think you're realizing that it's finally beginning to take a huge toll on you. And unless you do something about it, sir, you might not be around, right? Right? And you look at me, I'm very healthy, and you know I'm going to be around, sir. And quite frankly, sir, I can understand if that bothers you. If it bothers you that I'm a healthier person and my life is not at risk like yours is because of not only your weight, but many other things that you let yourself slide on, well, that's all I'm going to say, dude. I'm just going to stop right there. I've said enough. Best of luck to you, dude. Continue doing what you're doing. You want to talk about me all day, every day, I don't care. I got many other things going on in my personal life and on YouTube. I just wanted to put that out there because I just felt it was really sad to hear any man say, I would rather have pre-diabetes or diabetes than be frail like you, Eli. Yeah, dude. That sounds like a very emotionally stable thing to say, sir, to me. Sounds like a confident thing a man would say to me, huh? WrestleMania, hey, hello everyone. Hey, Eli, taking a little break. I'm getting back to my travel videos. Don't get as many views on that content, but like doing them more than other types of content on my channel. Well, if you focus on that and create a channel all on that, maybe you will get a ton of views. If you do a lot of variety content, then that's what typically throws off your audience. But you know that, WrestleMania. Welcome to the show, bro. How you doing? Queen says hello, WrestleMania. And WrestleMania says, hey, at Queen Helen Casey. All right. And last but not least, mid-30s millennial guy. I've actually heard from your own girlfriend that you really don't like me, but you'll never admit that publicly. You'll deny that, and your girlfriend right now might even deny ever even saying that to me. In the past, you did tell me that. I don't think you hate me, sir. I think you're just doing whatever it takes to survive out here and to pay your bills. And again, you think, what you're doing is just going to, continue to yield you the same results. And as you're noticing, it's not yielding you anything. The only reason why you're still afloat is because you're being paid $4,000 per month from a sponsor that you can't even say sponsors you anymore. I mean, that's just strange, right? And here's the thing, mid-30s millennial, I'm just going to keep it real. Your girlfriend is the only thing that's keeping you going right now, dude. She's actually, I have a lot more respect for her than I ever will for you, sir. I actually have zero respect for you, sir. Zero respect for you. Okay? I do have respect for her. The only thing that I really wish she would come to terms with is the fact that she's going way far out of her way. She's going so far out of her way to try to please you because she has feelings for you, sir. You know she has feelings for you, right? Right? She's going way out of her way and doing everything for you, right? Which, quite honestly, is only further enabling that spoiled entitled behavior that you were born with. Like I mentioned on a previous stream, sir, you were spoiled by your parents. You blackmailed them to get what you want. You still do that to this day, sir. They spoiled you. Your sponsor spoils you. He pays you $4,000 a month to hardly stream anymore, sir. And when you stream, your content's pathetic. When you stream your movie reviews or whatever, you hardly get anybody there, right? Maybe you make a little money, but you have far fewer people watching you. And your drama streams, sir, they might get you 400 or 500 views. Why? Because you have all the trolls coming in there. Do you realize, sir, that 200-300 of your views are coming from guys like Trim Hits and Brutal Mafia and other people that are trolling you, sir? Do you realize, sir, that I'd have to say at least 60 to 70% of your views on your drama live streams are coming from trolls coming in on multiple accounts and going back and forth from channel to channel many times, right? Many only children turn out to be oddballs. Well, that's possible, GLM. I just think in his case, he's never had to. He's never really had to do anything for himself to survive. And the one thing right now that his girlfriend is doing for him is the same thing that his mom and his parents have always done for him. His own girlfriend is coddling him. And he knows it. And he's used to it. And he expects that. Like the mid-30s millennial has been accustomed to being coddled and being handed everything. It's just really sad to me, right? So I don't think he hates me. You don't hate me, dude. It's not about that. Like I was saying about the, news delivery guy, not news delivery, news reporting guy. Okay. Like I was a big part of your content. You made a lot of money off of me doing the same things as I mentioned the news reporting guy did over the course of the past several years, right? And now we're at the point where I completely withdrew. I very rarely talk about you folks, if ever, right? I didn't talk about you folks for several months. Yet, even before I started briefly mentioning you guys the last few streams without mentioning your name, I would get sent links and with timestamps where you were constantly, well, not constantly, but you would at least briefly mention me once per stream. Whether it was your art channel or your other drama channels. You always find a way to mention me, sir. Why? Because you know me not going back and forth with you and me not giving you any new content and me figuring out how to handle guys like you and the news reporting guy, it kills your entire game. You got nothing left in the tank, sir. When actually you could have something in the tank if you worked hard to build something more genuine, but you keep on trying to resort back to the drama, sir. And that's pretty pathetic. I'm just watching this from a distance, right? I'm watching this thing continue to implode every day. And if you folks want to talk about me, like if your girlfriend, ma'am, if you want to do that stream and talk about me, I don't care. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to watch it. And I'm not mad at you, ma'am. I'm not. I think you are very talented and you're wasting your talent and efforts and energy and time on something that's just never going to pan out. Not because I don't want it to pan out for you, ma'am, because it just wasn't meant to be. You shouldn't have to go through such great lengths, ma'am, to get a man and keep a man happy. It should be a lot more simple than that. And ma'am, I'm sure there are a lot of local men to you that would love to go out with you and, want the same things that you want. But, you're choosing to go down this route. You're choosing to be on YouTube. You fell in love with the biggest drama queen male on the platform or on the planet. And now, you're seeing this ship sinking, so you're doing whatever it takes to try to fix this sinking ship, which is creating more drama for you than you want or need, ma'am. Take that with a grain of salt or take it for whatever it's worth. Hey, bro, thumbs up. I don't know who you are, Tito, but welcome to the show. GLM says, did you see epic cartoon on him? It was great. That dude, I didn't see that cartoon. I really don't care about the memes, GLM, or that stuff. This stuff doesn't really, it doesn't even entertain me anymore, GLM. It's just so old. But anyway, folks, that's all. We are at 2 hours and 42 minutes. I'm going to get on out of here, folks. Thank you to everyone for being here. Have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye. Bye.